Hello everybody, and welcome to my first live stream, which is not actually on live stream, it's on Picardo. This will also be uploaded to YouTube, which will also be my first YouTube video. So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to my first YouTube video. So what am I doing? Well, I'm currently working on a graphic novel, but that's not what I'm working on today. Today, I've decided that it's more of a test stream really, to see if everything's working, if I can record, I can upload. But I'm going to make some art for the top of my site. I'll just move it in here. So at the top of the stream here, and this might get a little weird, with like repeating over, yeah, so the little banner here is just kind of playing. I notice people have been putting little, scenes and things up there. And so I want to just sort of design something with my characters from my graphic novel to put up in there. I'm going to move this now because it's getting really strange. So I want to talk about my setup. I wanted to start streaming for quite a while, and it took me quite a while because I work on a Surface Pro 3. So with the one screen, and I don't want to run all the software on this little tiny screen, and which is actually quite big compared to or at least it's got a better aspect ratio than Surface Pro 2 does. So I thought, why not talk about my process? So I don't have an extra cable to go from the DisplayPort to an HDMI to have a second monitor. I've ordered one, but it's not in yet. So what I had to do was get this program called SplashTop. And that's me stream my Surface Pro screen to clone it onto one of my PC screens. And I've got lots of real estate on my PC. I've got 3 screens, so I'm using one of those to sort of just clone. And then I'm using OBS to Open Broadcaster software just to stream it and to record the video. So it took me, a little bit of kind of messing around to get to this point where I can just sort of test, and hopefully this is recording, or I'm just sort of talking here to myself for nothing. So I'll use our main character, and like I said, I gotta use this banner art here. I'm just get rid of the drawing. And actually, first, what I will do, I think, is I'll just show you some of the characters, so you can see what we're doing here. And yeah, so this is Harbin. He's a trader in one of our main towns in the novel. So I'm not going to go too much into him, but just briefly, right? This is Talon. He's the main character, and he's who I want to put in the banner art at the top. So I want to have a picture of him like just sort of aiming his gun and like sort of aiming along the banner. I think it'd be kind of cool. So that's kind of what we're going for today. I've got a few more versions of him that sort of shaded, and I even got some color in there in the background, I think. So yeah, so that's our main character. So I mean, this is pretty old. I started this like a year ago, and it's because of personal reasons. It just hasn't. It's kind of died out. So I'm trying to get back into it. And this is our other main character, Evane. I say our, this is not a solo project. I haven't written this. I'm working with a writer, Jason Menard, who's written a great story. So we really need to get this sort of on the go and rolling again. So then I might, if I need more space, like have her on the other side of the banner. But the main thing is just to get Talon. So that's a little sort of primer. To the drawing, right? So I want, it's going to be a long shot, right? So I kind of, let's keep it loose here. It's just going to have a more or less probably his head. And it's going to be an upshot sort of from the side. So it'll be like his hat. I don't know how this is going to play out, so. Probably won't see a whole lot, but there will be like a rifle up here, which is going to sort of be to a shoulder. Shoulders will sort of be out here. That's to sort of draw it in so we can kind of see where we're at here, where we're going. And this will be a shoulder. Come back, and then I think it looks more or less. This is how it would look. So we have to make sure the trigger is down here somewhere. Go down, right? So that's sort of how you look when you're firing a gun. It's pretty crude right now. I'm actually getting more tight than I like to. And then the gun will be up against his shoulder. It's got that that used sort of tire armor too. I gotta get that in there. So I don't know if this will be something that gets completely finished today in the stream or not. I'm gonna go for, I haven't really decided, maybe like a half an hour or something. We'll sort of see how far I get, how long it takes. And the other arm sort of comes down and pushes the front of the gun. So I forget the scope, which will be somewhere around here. And so we're only going to see like, you know, probably this much of it. I got to keep that in mind. What, you know, so that's probably what we're looking at. So yeah, I haven't committed to like an update schedule or a streaming schedule yet. I mean, even though I wanted to do it for a while, you know, there's always an excuse like, you know, I'll do it. I'll start next week, or I'll start tomorrow, or if I got something coming up, I can't commit to a date, or you know, there's always something. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to start. I'm going to do it now. It's like that Shia LaBeouf video. I can't say Shia LaBeouf, whatever his name is there. You know, get this video on the green screen. It's just saying, you know, do it. You know, and it's all. I don't even know what he's trying to say to do, but he's saying to do it. So I just said, you know, I'm going to do it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. If it gets really quiet here, that just means I'm concentrating. I'll keep looking up in the chat and see if there's anybody up there typing anything. So if you're in the chat and want to say something, go ahead. I'll answer you. You know, once I see it. It's been so long since I've drawn him that, you know, I almost sort of forget how I designed how the gun was supposed to go and things. Right, it's sort of a problem with not keeping to your projects. Right, don't let them die out. I'll probably use a ruler to do the final version of this gun. As you know, drawing straight lines freehand is, you know, not fun. Just getting a little closer here. See if we can't get some of this in there. This is the line I've got for his eyes. I always had trouble too with these upshots of characters' faces. I know how it's supposed to go. You know, I've read books and you know, looked at pictures and all that good stuff. But when it comes time to do it yourself, it's just like, how did that go again? So there's always a cheekbone there, a little squinty. So I'm still just roughing in right now at this phase. And as I go along, like I'll do another layer, and eventually we'll get more and more detailed. And at the very end, you do some inks, and don't looks all good. And it's like, okay, good. It wasn't all for nothing. It worked out. Or it's like, oh, this is crap. We gotta start all over again. Fix the hat a little bit here. You just sort of sketch over the lines over and over again, right? Just till it looks right. There's like a little handle here. What you should probably go grab a picture of one of these rifles here, and just for that reference. It's always easier when you're trying to if you use a reference. The forearm's a little long here, so we'll probably be right around there actually. So we'll just have that come out. It almost looks like he's, isn't a prone position, like he'd be like this, like prone, right? That should be the ground almost. Which is not a bad idea either, really, but it's not going to be shown anyways. But I was originally thinking he would be standing up, but it's kind of a happy accident here that he's not. There's going to be, his arm's coming at us now. This is a cylinder, right? This is sort of arm. Get the perspective in there. And now we have to worry about this. The shoulder pad is not flat anymore. We have to sort of draw the end of it, so you can see. It's really the thick part of the tire. Make sure we keep it sort of straight here too.
I have my iPad charging down in the glass, so I need to put the piece of the charger back upstairs. iPad charging down.
And that's that's a lot wrong, yeah. So the middle would probably come out around here somewhere, and then so these would all be much more. The thing too, like when I designed this character, I thought this used tire as a shoulder pad looked really cool. But man, sometimes when you're doing these weird angles and you're trying to figure out how it would look, and you don't have one, I should just go get an old tire and cut it up and make one of these really. Because man, it's been a bane sometimes just to try and get this right. I mean, it looked really cool on that initial design sketch I did. And I think it still looks cool now, but it is, a pain sometimes to have to draw this over and over again. So, that's design 101, right? I know better than that stuff. And he's got, the sleeves are sort of always rolled up. So we'll sort of start getting in some of these other costume elements in here. The little strap here. And then it's really wrinkly here. And that's more or less that's it in a nutshell. Alright. I know it looks like a holy mess right now, but I promise it will look better when it's done. Keep behind the time here too. I mean, this face, man, too. Like this is an angle on ears. Don't even get me started. They're easy, like straight on, but we're not straight on right now. So you really have to sort of, you know, I guess it just comes down to more study time in anatomy, right? And I think I have a fairly decent understanding of anatomy. Like I'm not horrible at it. I know how things look, but I'm not at a point where I can just, you know, flip it all around willy-nilly and look at different angles and have it be like super easy, right? So no, there's some kind of like the ears really messed up, right? It's like yeah, man, that was pretty horrendous. I'm gonna get in a little further here so I can work on this the other end. I don't usually like to zoom this much, but I just find the more you zoom in when using the Surface Pro or probably any tablet, you overcome that sort of like parallax. Like your pencil isn't where it looks like it is. So the bottom, looking up at the ear, I gotta remember that, right? So we might actually even see a little bit coming off here, and then the earlobe. Just down there, and then we have at the bottom. This comes up. We have that comes up to there, and then we come down into here. Shadow. I'm not going to get too much into the lighting and shadow yet. That will come later, but it's a little better. There's a little bumpy part that's right here, and it will be actually in front of up there because it comes out. If you feel your ear, you can, at least my ear, I can sort of feel that. So I'm just gonna make sure that's in there, right? That's a pretty awful ear. I'll come back to it. Sometimes it's just better to um, walk away from certain points and not walk away, but move on with the rest of the image and then sort of come back to an area that you're having trouble with. Maybe I'll look at some pictures and get a little reference or something and have better luck, right? So forearms, the other bane of my existence. I've watched many sort of videos and tutorials and things on forums, but man, those things they're always moving, right? So you gotta sort of consider what part of the forearm are you drawing, what angle is it at, and sort of give you a little bit of a help. I'm gonna come out some here. So yeah, we're actually drawing like the bottom of the forearm. So this muscle is a longer one. It's sort of, you know, and then we can't forget this. That muscle would still be there, but this would be in front of it, the sort of the bone of the forearm. And then I have to realize that my hand is also all gone now because I'm drawing the hand straight on and the forearm from the side or from under. So I really need to sort of fix that too. So this stock of the rifle would be, see the bottom, and then the hand. Come here for sure, but you'd be able to see the finger coming around. It's the bottom one. And up. And so on and so on. And there you wouldn't be able to see the thumb, which is good because I didn't draw it, so. Finger, so we just sort of tuck things behind. Tuck this knuckle behind this knuckle, and then this knuckle behind this knuckle, and this finger should come behind that finger as well. It's just when you're drawing things in perspective, that's just sort of how it works. So as I'm drawing this and sort of, running through my thought process as I'm drawing, if anybody is watching this, either in the chat or on YouTube, and you see something like, hey, you're doing that wrong, definitely post a comment. Definitely I'm not perfect, and I don't know everything. And like everybody else, I just want to improve. So if you've got a pro tip or a not so pro tip or just a thought in general, by all means, I appreciate it. It does look a little better, I find. Let's zoom out and see what we got here. Yeah, I can see where this is going. All right. So this would come down now that we've got the bottom of the rifle as well. All the sort of things to keep in mind. The sight would be behind. So it would really be like this though, right? So we gotta keep that in mind too, right? It'd be maybe not quite that extreme, so it's this one. Yeah, that looks about right. Alright, and his other hand, so his other arm. Again, we have, he's wearing a trench coat, so how much this is even going to be in there, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure where I'm going to crop it exactly, so keeping that in mind, I'm going to just sort of draw this whole arm out. It's got a wrinkly trench coat here. Well, that would be sort of, if he's on the ground prone, that would be sort of tucked in behind there. And there's the other one. Again, on the ground, that would sort of come up and protect him behind. It's got, I should be in line here with this. Alright. And it's got one of those sort of, goes around the whole jacket, up over the arm to the back, type trench coats. this arm to be sort of the cylinders here to keep my perspective sort of coming in this way. Same thing with the forearm. So it's coming at us. Although only slightly. And the hand, another hand. The hands are, man, they're not easy, are they? I think I actually have the position of the wrist a little bit wrong here. I want his palm to sort of be right here. Just see, and then the thumb would be up there. That's a pinky, and then the rest of the digits are all up here as well, right? So sort of this shape. No, it doesn't quite do it for me. So this part of the palm would actually be on the other side of the, right here, this would be on the other side of the rifle. And you see these fingers, so it's sort of come like this. But now I've got it all twisted, all up on myself. This part comes a little closer. Maybe even a little bit of foreshortening, maybe even cuts it off slightly here. These fingers would be rounded around the gun, but I kind of have the gun as almost a straight on view, right? So whenever you're drawing like fingers, if you're drawing them straight, it tends to not look right. But sometimes they would be straight on. Maybe a little bit of separation here in this one. So, and I'll even bring the pinky over some too. Look a little weird. The other arm would probably be coming here somewhere too. I'm doing the foreshortening, and something has to be behind, right? Yeah, I'm trying to draw the thumb over here. It's not really where it is. The thumb is actually up in here, but it'll be on the other side in here, so you won't really see it. Which means I can just sort of come down. This would have been so much easier if I just went and, Google searched images, guy holding a rifle and prone or something, right? And just to sort of get the hands right. I think I kind of like up the fingers here, but I am kind of having an issue attaching the hand to the wrist. don't usually have this much trouble. I am going to just quickly on another screen here get a reference. So just bear with me for just a couple of minutes, guys. Actually, I'm going to pause the. No, I'll leave it going. I'll leave it going. Why not? This is real stuff here, right? No no edits, no pauses. All the struggles and trials and tribulations, all on stream. Trying to find an image that's similar to what lots of Tommy guns. Similar. I'll just bring this over in the stream so everyone can see what I'm looking at. So what I want is sort of right here, but it's a wrong angle, but I can sort of see from here. It is a weird angle. Same with here too. Try and find the other side. And if I can find that, I'll be able to copy the pose. It's from the front view. No, she's not holding it the way I want. Alright, I'm going to take this off here because I just saw a naked chick. And if I want this to be on YouTube, then there's going to be issues with that. So I'll probably have to get into the video somehow and edit that one image I saw out. So first experience doing this. Yeah, don't put things on the screen that you haven't pre-screened, else bad things could happen. Alright, I got a sort of picture here. What I'm doing is sort of almost right. Yeah, what I'm really missing is sort of right here, the hand. Oh, I think my pen may have just died. Oh, the issues we have, eh? The issues. I'm just going to click quick save. You never know when something bad's going to happen. And I kind of get the feeling that something bad might happen. But at any rate, right here, I should be showing more the flesh of the hand, and then having the levers connect there, and then it will work. And that's really all I was missing. So yeah, reference. But I think I'm going to have to restart Mango Studio here, and maybe change the battery in my stylus because it may have died. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop the stream here, guys, and I'll continue to where I left off in another video. So check back and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought.